So afternoon, this is Phil Holgate interviewing for Tin Top Racing News and Views, and we've got the one and only Dan Cammish here. Hello Dan.
How are you doing?
Not too bad. So this is the road car you've got for the year then?
Is indeed.
And impressions of the car? Road car, how does it feel?
No, it's a great road car. It's certainly worthy of all its plaudits at the moment. I think it's winning pretty much most of the sort of hot hatch reviews at the moment. I think it's kind of number one in the hot hatch list, and it's definitely worthy of that. It's a great bit of kit.
What is specifics like 0 to 60 horsepower, do you know?
It's about 5.8 seconds to 60. It is 320 horsepower, so it's certainly north of 300. Corner's incredibly flat, incredibly comfortable as well actually in kind of the standard comfort mode, which makes it much more livable day to day. Obviously 5 doors, big boot, so yeah, it can kind of do the shopping run and do the fast bit when you want it to too.
Nice. So moving on to this year, was British Touring Car Championship always the aim for this year, and what are your long-term ambitions?
No, it wasn't really. I found out Gordon was leaving about when everybody else did, via Autosport, so I was sort of down really to be back in Super Cup with Porsche, and that was kind of where I saw my career going really. But touring cars has interested me for a long time. It's kind of been on the radar, and when this opportunity became available and I found out that I was kind of in line as a potential for that, I had to make some big decisions, and that decision was that this is probably the best option for me going forward really.
So you've tested a British Touring Car before. That was the Motorbase Ford, I believe.
Yep.
How does the Honda compare? Because I mean, obviously it used different. It was the GPRM components back then, wasn't it?
Yeah, very different. And also that day was very much it was more of a taster day. It was just kind of an experience. It wasn't nothing like what we're with now in terms of the professional side of it. You know, of course, Motorbase did a great job, but it was more just giving me an opportunity to have a go in it for 20 laps. It wasn't what I've got now, which is a proper race program and everything that goes with it. So yeah, the two can't compare really.
So if this was kind of not last minute, but came out of the blue, so you weren't considering any other BTCC teams at the time then, no?
No, not at all. It was very much that this opportunity became available, and I was given an opportunity, you know, do you want the job kind of or not really, and I had to go away and quickly think about what my answer was going to be, and yeah, it turns out that we sort of felt this was the best place to be, hopefully for the foreseeable future.
How have you found Mr Neil as a teammate so far? Has he been helpful?
Good, really good. Yeah, he's very helpful. He's got a lot of knowledge, helps me out a great deal, and yeah, we bounce ideas off each other, and we've been working well together the last few weeks. The last couple of months really now. So yeah, it's going well between us, I think.
Good. So a lot of people are going to be thinking this year, I'm one of them, that the Jack Sears Trophy is kind of a foregone conclusion now.
Well, I'd like to think that's for no one who's got on the podium, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are your chances? I mean, you're going to play it down, I know you are, but chances of not just the Jack Sears Trophy, but the overall title as well. I mean, looking at the times yesterday at Brands.
Yeah. No, of course. I mean, it's different to anything I've ever done before because we don't know what other people are doing in the championship. I only know what Matt's doing and what I'm doing. So yeah, yesterday was a good day, but we don't know what everybody else is up to. So we could be doing very well, or we could be doing very bad, or somewhere in between. At the moment, until we all get to Brands Hatch next week for the official, sort of first race, I'm not sure. But I'd like to think that we're going to be in the mix, and of course, I'm going to back myself, as having a good opportunity to do well. So we shall see.
As we said, with your times there at Brands, that would have put you fourth on last year's grid. With your session. So how do you think that actually compares then? Because obviously other teams were potentially sandbagging, but that's put you up pretty high to start with.
Yeah, I mean it's not slow, and we know what we're doing, and for people to be close to us suggests that they've got to be doing something similar, I guess. You take everything with a pinch of salt. We're definitely not kind of at our limit yet either, so there's more to come from us, and I'm sure there's more to come from others. As I say, at the moment it's kind of fingers crossed that it's enough. As I say, I'll only know next Saturday when we kind of all go for it hell for leather really.
So switching to front wheel drive, has that been an issue for you so far?
Not as much as I kind of expected in a way. It's still a racing car and it still wants certain inputs more than others. For sure, you know, front wheel drive versus rear wheel drive, front engine to rear engine in the Porsche. It's been quite a big transition, but if anything, it's more in the slower speed stuff than the high speed stuff, which is kind of the opposite of what I was expecting. You know, in the Porsche, when you kind of put in the power out of a slow speed corner, it kind of points you up the track, whereas in this, you just kind of understeer off the track. So that takes some getting your head round in a way. It's just like any sort of fast road car with front wheel drive. I'm sure lots of people experience torque steer. You know, you still get that in a racing car. So that's where I need to do a bit of work. But you know, I've got a great team, and I'm pretty much put that to bed already, really.
So this might go down as a bit of controversial, but I want your honest opinion if you can. Porsche Carrera Cup, let's be honest, you kind of dominated it. I asked other Porsche drivers in the past how you were doing it and making it look so easy. It was almost like you'd do a quali lap and then go and put your feet up.
Yeah.
So was the Porsche Carrera Cup too easy for you sometimes, or did you just find something
no,
others didn't?
I think it's certainly not too easy. I think making something look easy and it being easy are two very different things. It was always very difficult. The drivers were very good. I just had a knack of delivering when it mattered. I wasn't always the fastest guy. I just kind of delivered on what was expected of me in a way, and I think some people kind of was a bit up and down in their performances. So sometimes I looked better than maybe what I was in a way, but I always delivered, I think, very, very sensibly and very well. And touring cars, this is going to be a new thing, you know. Of course, it's the Premier Series in the country, but it's not the Premier Series in terms of the driver quality. I mean, that's where people sort of get the wrong opinion, I think. You know, I'm coming from Super Cup, where I was racing guys that are going to be in Le Mans, or, you know, racing for, you know, Porsche or Ferrari or Aston Martin as manufacturers. That's as high a level as British touring cars any day of the week. So, yes, I'm moving to what is the pinnacle of the British Series, but the drivers are of a similar level as what I've raced before, so that's nothing new to me.
Speaking of Le Mans, that was a hell of a race last year in the Porsche, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was indeed.
Did you think that was it? Like the last lap, obviously you were passed, you were in second place. Were you confident you were going to get it back, or did the nerves start thinking?
Yeah, I mean, I was, but we didn't know it was the last lap. None of us did actually, because we don't have the, unlike Super Cup, we don't have the pit to team communication like we do in the touring car, so we can't speak. So none of us knew it was the last lap. I'd led most of the race up until that point, and unfortunately, basically because it's such a long straight, you just can't get away in the tow. You know, the slipstream effect always drags them back to you. So yeah, in the end, I was disappointed to lose the lead on that last lap, but having watched the video back, I'm glad I did, because it made it much more exciting.
It did.
So yeah, it was definitely worth doing.
So another one that you're probably not going to want to talk about too much. Balance of performance with touring cars.
Yes.
There was a lot of complaints up and down the grid last year about it. In the off season, there was. Sorry. Hang on.
We're in a beer festival.
Yeah, we are at a festival, yeah.
There were still quite a few drivers complaining in the off season about balance of performance.
Yeah.
What's your take on it?
It's new for me. It's very new for me. So obviously I've done a little bit of British GT in the past, so I have a small experience of GT and kind of the balanced performance. This is going to be new in terms of, you know, weight in and out of the car and how that affects it, and also boost levels. I'm still a little bit unsure exactly what happens and at what point can we make changes or not. At the moment, I've just got to see, and I haven't been around people enough yet to kind of get an indication of that kind of performance either. I've been very much on my own. So until I get to Brands Hatch and I'm sort of in the race and I think, wow, he's going much faster than me in a straight line, I don't know yet. So the jury's out on that one at the moment. Okay,
right. So he's done a top 10 questions that are a bit daft to answer. So sort of quick fire questions to end it.
Literally no time to think.
Right, okay, I'll go for it.
Right, so number one, married, single or taken?
Married, probably.
Thinking.
Marmite, yes or no?
No.
Favourite road car?
Type R.
I thought that might be coming. Fried bread or toast on full English breakfast?
Full English breakfast.
No, fried bread or toast for a full English breakfast?
Toast.
That's the question, okay. Rock music or rap?
Rock music.
Apple or Android?
Apple.
Oh dear.
Died a bit inside there, I won't lie. Is a midday meal called lunch or dinner?
It's called dinner, isn't it? I'm from Yorkshire, so we have breakfast, dinner, and tea. I think.
Damn it! Favourite colour?
Favourite colour? Red.
All right, cat or dog?
Dog.
And in 3 words only, describe yourself.
Myself. That's hard. I'm thinking about it now. All right, I guess. 3 words, isn't it?
It is 3 words,
All
Dan.
right,
It has been a pleasure. Thank you very much for taking the time
Cheers,
today.
guys. Appreciate it.